Welcome to the Maine Basketball Rankings Podcast. I'm your host, basketball data nerd Lucas McNally, and today we are going to pick a boys Cinderella. As you can see, I am at the tournament recording the intro. And today's episode is brought to you, of course, by Vertical Raise, one of the largest fundraising platforms in the country. Whether you need new uniforms, better equipment, fundraising trips, whatever you need, DChase and Christie, they are coaches. They know what a program needs to succeed. They will hook you up and schedule a call with Vertical Raise. And I am obviously not reading that because that's on my computer. My computer is way over there. But Vertical Raise, I just saw online, I think they've reached $500 million raised for programs nationwide, which is awesome. So Jay Baines is going to be here in a minute. We recorded the Cinderella podcast for the boys on Super Bowl Sunday before that tragedy of a game, and I thought it'd be fun to do the intro from here where North Haven and Temple girls are playing. Temple is up about 12, I think, with like 4 minutes left, and all of North Haven is here, and they're very excited, and they're down 14. All right, so yeah, we're gonna be here all week. We're gonna be in Portland. We got live stats going, all the fun things. So yeah, come on out to a tournament site, and without further ado, let's go to the conversation with Jay Baines.
Yeah.
All right, so boys.
We're back.
We're back.
We already did S boys, but
We already did do S boys. Okay. So we already did S boys. This is a mess. Okay. So we're going to S North. Did we do S North boys?
we did all of S.
We did all of S. Okay.
Yeah. So I had one rant in yesterday's podcast.
Yeah.
I have my second rant. I think it's time to bring back the dress code on the sidelines.
Oh. For
Okay.
coaches or players?
Yes. Everything. Okay?
All right, we did
And
do this because I took Easton. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So I'll say this, and I hate it in the NBA. I hate it in college. Okay? I was watching
Another piece of paper.
I was watching Connecticut at St. John's at the Garden Friday night, and Rick Pitino has never bought into the quarters at Barra, and I love him for that. Okay, and St. John's gets that big win over UConn at the Garden Friday night, and I'm like, you know what? That's a great win, and he looked great doing it. So I think it's time to retire, at least at the tournament. Retire your quarter zips, and I'm a quarter zip guy. People know that.
Yeah.
Okay, huge quarter zip guy. But come on, okay? You know, no one should be in Nike Tech stuff on the sideline, okay? You don't even have to wear a tie. You don't even have to wear a tie, okay? But you know what? Really?
Really?
Oh. You don't even have to wear a tie. Just wear, even a nice sport coat over a dress shirt or a mock neck or something like that. But, hey, when Ed Catala comes through the tournament, okay, and takes that Orno team who's a 7 seed and a very scary 7 seed, and he, if they pull off the upset against Badenoch, he's going to look great doing it because he dressed for the moment.
So I went to a private school that had a dress code every day, kindergarten through 12th grade.
Yep.
I hate dress codes with the fire of 1,000 suns.
Yep.
I refuse. I hate them so much. Like, I don't wear any shirts with collars. I don't own a tie. I don't own a suit. No interest. I have a couple suit jackets, and I'll do the T-shirt with a suit jacket sometimes if I want to get fancy.
So
that's dressing up for me.
We had a situation. We had an event. We did a Veterans Day ceremony earlier this year. We did it at the elementary school. They organized it. So we brought a part of the band down there. And I'm like, wow, we're not concert attire. Okay, so it's like, okay, we're our jackets, and I had the kids wear black pants. I'm like, okay, so I should wear something nice. I tried on a suit that I bought 3 years ago, and it never fit, and it fit. And I'm like, I'm going to wear this. Okay,
well, there you go.
First, I walk in.
That's always nice
so
when something surprisingly fits.
Yes, so I wear that. My superintendent, Matt Sear, comes up to me and says, hey, man, great to have you here. It's like, we have a rule in this district. You can't dress better than me. And I'm like wow. Rule. Well, it's like, well, I wish I'd known that. Oh, well.
I like that rule. That's a good rule.
So,
I can underdress anybody.
Yep.
I had a friend
I told Matt, this suit fits, and I don't know when it's going to fit ever again. So you know what? We're going to ride it. So
I had the benefit when I was in the time of my life when I had to go to like a wedding every like 3 weeks.
yep.
I had a friend in that friend group who was always the worst dressed person at a wedding, and it's
Yep.
great because then you were better dressed than him.
There you go.
You just had to get above him, and
Well,
I could get away with the suit jacket and a t-shirt.
I'm of that age now, so I need options.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to any more weddings. I don't care.
Yeah. And hey,
I don't think anyone
if it
invites
fits, if it fits, it's comfortable, right? Doesn't matter what it is. Okay.
Yeah. There you
So
go.
that's just my little rant. Look a little better on the side. It's not a Tuesday night in your home in January. Okay, it's the tournament. The tournament means something. Okay.
Well, I'm not going to dress up, so okay. Let's go to D.
Well,
South,
you
boys.
have T-shirts to sell.
That's true. That's a good point.
Yeah.
I got to get that working again. It's the whole thing. Anyway, so Mount Abram is the D
Yes.
South favorite. Oh, do we have co-favorites here? All
Ooh,
right.
it's
what do you
close.
think? Mount Abram 29.75, Monmouth at 25.62, then Madison at 20. No, because Madison and Monmouth are close enough so that it's not just the obvious. I do the co-favorites where it's like the GNG Oceanside girls where
It's within
2 teams.
1%.
Yeah, and it's like 2 teams within, and then like huge drop in everyone else. You'd be like the obvious pick is the
Yeah.
2 seed. So Madison at 20.5, Carrabeck at 7.7, Wiscasset at 7.1, Buckfield at 4.8, Telstar at 3.5, and then Old Orchard Beach at 0.81%.
So all these schools were Class C by enrollment last year. So this is a little weird to have them play those Saturday morning games, which
Yeah.
you'd think is more of your Valleys and Jackmans and Island schools, which is fine. I mean, again, the reclassification worked, but it's just weird to see
I think
teams
it's worked
in
really well.
certain slots. You top 2 teams are the last 2 Class C state champs, with Mount Abram and Monmouth. Let's look at a Madison team sitting there at 3rd, sitting at 12-6. They just lost to Monmouth the end of last week. Losses to Halldale, Mount Abram, Spruce, Halldale, Maranacook, Monmouth. So, did they only play Monmouth? Monmouth and Madison split. Monmouth took the first one beginning of the year. Carrabeck, a little different schedule because they're in the East-West Conference, primarily. They did play Madison, though. So they're sitting there at 11-7. Wiscasset, it's nice to see 13-5 Wiscasset. Then Buckfield, and a little bit of a drop-off. So,
Yeah, because holy crap, the difference for Wiscasset over the last couple of years.
yeah. I think it's between Madison and Monmouth. Monmouth scoring over 60 points a game. Actually, no. Yeah, Monmouth 60.39 points a game. Madison 60.67 points against. However, Monmouth holds teams to about 42 or 44 points, 13th in the state. Then you have a Madison team that gives up about 50 points a game. You would think
These
you'd
3
have
teams
to.
are so close.
Yeah.
Like, I just keep looking at all these numbers. They're 32nd, 35th, and 36th in the power rankings.
You're talking
They've
the
got
top 3, right?
The top 3.
Okay.
2nd, 3rd, and 4th hardest schedules. They're 1st, 3rd, and 4th in percent perfect. Like, they look like the same team in just the math. Like, I'm really going to do whatever you take. I'm going to take the other one. Because I'm not going to talk myself into Wiscasset with Wiscasset's schedule. And I
so
could talk
Monmouth-
myself into Carrabeck maybe.
So Monmouth beat Mount Abram once. They split with Mount Abram. Madison lost to Mount Abram, and they only played once. I'm going to go Monmouth. 1, defense. 2, the win over the 1 seed. But also Mount Abram, I mean, they are the favorite. They're 14-4, but look, losses to Monmouth, Maranacook, Halldale, and Spruce.
Those are all legitimate losses.
I'm going to
That'd
go
be a fun-
safe.
This could be a fun tournament, a fun semifinal.
Yeah. I'll go Monmouth, knowing that, if they can probably score 50 points, they're going to win. So I'll go with the Mustangs.
Okay, so then I think I'm going to go with Madison.
Okay.
So Madison, third in scoring, third in defense, fourth in differential, second hardest
Yep.
schedule.
Yep.
Let me just take another. So Madison, 12-6, lost to Marana Cook, lost to at Monmouth, lost at Halldale, at Spruce, Abram, Halldale. Those are all legitimate losses.
Yep.
Yeah. Within 10 of
Okay.
Marana Cook. Did that go overtime or something? That might have gone
that
overtime.
sounds right.
I feel like they had an Marana
not
Cook
gonna
had an
look it up.
overtime game late. All right, I'm going to go with Madison.
D North.
D
We
North.
there yet? Here we go.
Yeah. D North.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh man.
So, oh boy.
Yeah.
Machias is the favorite at 41%. Madawaska at 23.7%. Fort Fairfield at 15.16. Bangor Christian at 12.5. Hodgdon at 3.9. Woodland at 2.3. Then Penobscot Valley, Central, the Rustic Skank, and Stearns are all under 1%. There's some heavy hitters in this one. Oh boy.
And it starts even that 4-5 game, that BC Hodgson game, and they played twice. I think, yeah. Yeah, they lost to Bangor. Oh, okay. So Hodgson lost to Bangor Christian twice. So maybe considerably. So
Do you want to see strength of schedules?
I think I have a good idea of where it stands, but I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with Madawaska. 15-3, the 3 losses: Fort Kent, Machias, Fort Fairfield. Okay. Fort Fairfield 15-3 losses to Hodgdon. Excuse me, hold on. My mistake. Madawaska, the losses to Fort Kent, Fort Fairfield, and Hodgdon. I said Machias. They did not play. Fort Kent played Machias. That's Machias' only loss. Fort Fairfield, same thing. Okay, losses to Hodgdon twice, and to Madawaska. They did not play Fort Kent. And then Bangor Christian 16-2 out of the PVC, with their losses to Machias twice. Okay? Those losses, so BC Machias would be a semi, okay? First game was 57-44, second time around, 55-34 right after Christmas, so you never know what's going on there. Madawaska and Fort Fairfield split. Okay? Yes, a 1-point win for Fort Fairfield at Fort, 47-46. I believe that was at the buzzer. Stevie
right.
would correct me on that. And then Madawaska won by 5 at home.
I've actually seen Madawaska. The one team in the region I've seen.
Oh, down at South Portland, right?
Down in South Portland, yeah. They beat...
so
who did they beat? Somebody.
Madawaska had the big win to end the season at over Fort Kent. So, it's probably still Machias's to win. I think most of these schools, oddly enough, if we were under last year's cycle, Bangor Christian wouldn't be in this bundle, but Fort Kent would have been. Again, would have been a super fun tournament. It's Madawaska has a very experienced freshman in Quinn Pelletier. I haven't seen that Fort team, but I've heard good things about him. So I think I'm going to play it safe and go Madawaska.
Okay.
When would those games be? It's D semis are Thursday morning. When does Madawaska play? 10:30 Saturday against.
So here's what I'm
Stern.
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the power rankings, and Bangor is underseeded. They should be the 3.
Okay.
It's by a fraction of a point over Fort Fairfield.
Okay.
Hodgdon is overseeded and should be the 6. So, under the premise of not taking the same team you are, I'm going to take the team that is underseeded playing the team that is overseeded Did I say that right?
Yep.
In the quarterfinal. So in theory, they should win that quarterfinal and pick up the points there. And I mean, they just beat Jonesport Beals 75-35.
Right. And here's
Not
the
nothing.
other thing.
They have
And I
lost
know
this year.
2 losses. Yeah. Ooh. I know it's a different atmosphere, but they are playing home games at the tournament.
Yeah.
So, I'm still going to go Madawaska, just because I like their chances to get to the final a little bit more than Bangor Christian's chances to beat Machias in the semi. So,
There you go.
but top 4. I mean, it's anyone's game.
That's a really good top 4.
Yeah, I know Machias model-wise is the favorite, 41%, but yeah, I'll go with the Owls.
All right. C South. Why did I say S South? Okay. C South. Spruce Mountain is the favorite at 52.5%. I think they would be top 4 in. Same as the girls. I think they'd be top 4 if they were still in B.
Yeah.
Halldale at 20.4%. Maranacook at 16.2%. Sacapee Valley at 2.67%. Mount View at 6%. Waynefleet, Dirigo, Oak Hill, Wells, and Winslow round out the rest of the field. They're all under 1%. Shout out to Winslow for winning on the final day to punch their ticket and knock out Lisbon. I've seen Spruce, Halldale, Maranacook, Winslow. That's it in this.
Okay.
Spruce is really good. Halldale has a transfer from Deering, Tayshawn Cleveland, who's really good. Maranacook has Jack Fontaine and Gage Matson, who's one of the elite freshmen.
Let's take a look at Maranacook. Okay. Maranacook and Halldale looks like a collision course in the semifinal. Okay, Maranacook, 14-4, losses to Spruce twice, Coney, and Levitt. Okay, Halldale, 4 losses, Mount View, Valley, wow, did lose to Maranacook, then lost to Dirigo to wrap up their season. Sacapee, it's been a minute. So this will be Sacapee's first quarterfinal appearance since 2012. Wow. Mount View sitting there at 11-7. Strength of schedule wise, how do
I'm
we
trying to
rank
talk
here?
myself into Mount View.
We've done it before.
Mount View is 6. Mount View was that year they went on that run. That was the easiest pick in the history of this exercise. I think I'm going to take the team that nearly beat the 2 best teams in the class above them. I think that's who I'm going to take.
who has the strongest strength of schedule?
Strength of schedule. Let's see. Spruce is 7, Halldale 5, Maranacook 1, Mount View 6.
Okay. That's all I need to hear. Give me Magnuson. I think I took both Magnusons. Yeah.
Plus Magnuson.
Yeah. Yeah.
I never bet against Travis Magnuson in the tournament is a pretty good rule, although it failed me one year.
Fun
right,
bracket.
So
that's fun.
That's fun. Those teams are a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if I can talk myself into Mount View because they haven't really. It's not the same schedule. It's not the same KVAC schedule that they've had in the
played
past.
a mixed.
And they played that the bottom half of the KVAC. The KVAC is weird this year in that there's the top half of it's pretty strong, and the middle's pretty strong, but the bottom is really bad. And so, depending on how your schedule worked out, if you've got the Waterville chunk of the schedule, then your strength of schedule is not very good. And you've maybe fattened up on some teams that, aren't very good.
I think this is the first time Mount View and Winslow haven't been in the East or North. That sounds right. So it's weird to see them.
They are second in defense, Mount View is.
Let me look at defense with all this crap.
So I think they would
Maranacook's scoring. Yeah, I'm sticking with Maranacook.
So Mount View's the favorite in the quarterfinal. I think they'll beat Sacramento Valley.
Yeah.
Just the pure math of it, if I could pick up 5 points there for the quarterfinal win versus if I take Halldale and they get to the regional final, that's only going to give me 4 points, right?
I like Maranacook because Maranacook lost by 3 to Spruce the first time.
I was there for that. That was a good game.
Yeah. And then a week and a half later, no, 10
That
the first time.
That was the game with the tip-in.
Yeah, 10 the first time, 3 the second time. Then they lost to Coney the next game. And they've won 1, 2, 3, 7. This is gonna be my super dog. I'm gonna pick Maranacook to win it over Spruce.
Oh.
How about that?
I'm gonna write that down and send it to Scott Bessie right now.
Okay.
I'll clip that out.
Yeah. We should pick one super dog, right? You know?
Yeah. Sure. Like the team that you're like, I know they're the favorite, but they're gonna win it.
Well, it's like they do it on College Game Day. They pick, one team that is
you're like...
not. Yeah, and like on game day they always pick it. It's like not just a team to cover, but outright win.
You're picking a money line here.
Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
I like
Maranacook
to
one
win
team
it.
that is an underdog who you think is going to win the
Totally.
whole region or the whole state.
Did you lose me?
Region, probably.
Oh no.
All right. I'm going to take Mount View. I'm going to see if they've got the herd crew has that magic left in them. Partly for the math. I mean, they lost at Maranacook by 3. They lost at Erskine. Spruce, they lost by 12 down the stretch. There's MCI. They beat Winslow by 20. They sort of hung with Oceanside. They beat Lincoln Academy. That's something. They beat Halldale. Yeah, there's enough in there for me to buy into Mount View. Okay, so we lost me for a minute there. Completely lost internet in my entire house, I think, for 5 minutes. So we are in C South, and I am going to take Mount View.
Okay.
Had I gotten that far before I lost internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Defense, we're talking about points against, stuff like that.
So I'm going to take Mount View, and you're taking Maranacook?
I'm going to take Maranacook, yep.
And then something about a super dog. And
yeah, I'm going to take Maranacook to win C South.
Okay.
Straight up.
Okay, I'm going to think about a super dog.
I'm also taking Patriots 4.5 plus 4.5 and the under 46.5. That could age really poorly.
I'm going to bet my Drake May parlay that I bet every week, and it comes in more often than not.
What is that?
It's like 220 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, and like 30 yards rushing.
I took a special that was also both Darnold and May to throw a touchdown pass and also run for 25 yards apiece.
Oh, that's a pretty good one. What's that priced at?
Yeah. Well, then I paired everything. So those 4, parlayed it with the under and Patriots to cover 4.5, and it's like $5 for $350 or something.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
and
I'm just
now
like
it's installing some item on my phone. It says installing one item, something about connecting my phone. I use my iPhone as my camera.
Okay.
Because it's higher quality.
Yeah.
I'm gonna vamp while it does this 13 seconds remaining because, in case it does something weird at the end of that 13 seconds, it doesn't seem to be. Okay.
Yeah. My thought was, at worst, if the Seahawks win 24-20, I win.
Yeah.
So I don't think either team's going to score more than 24 points tonight. So
yeah, I gotta load up on some bets so I can. I'm watching at my brother's house at some party, and if I can complain about obscure things like someone's receiving yards, that's always nice.
I'm going down. I'm actually going down to Biddeford.
Oh.
With my fantasy league.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be as expected if you knew these people.
Okay. I'm just gonna guess.
It's pretty much my college fraternity guys.
Oh, so it's a bunch of degenerates. Gotcha. All right.
We're gonna know each other the rest of our lives, and we're never gonna grow up as long as we're around each other. So,
gotcha.
God bless all these lovely women. So.
All right. C North. Caribou is your favorite at 36.5%. The defending champs. Mattinock at 25.5, Fort Kent at 16.5, Foxcroft at 17.8, Washington Academy at 1.25, Sumner at 1.15, and then Orono, Callis, Dexter, and Bucksport are all under 1%. That's another fun top-heavy region.
So let's go 1v1 here, okay? Caribou's the favorite, okay? Mattinock around... Andrew Oliver, McCarthy. Okay, a lot of good pieces there. I saw them, finally got to see them play in person on Monday night when they played Sumner, and Sumner played very well. Okay, I wouldn't sleep on a Sumner team coming out of that 6th spot.
Really?
Yeah. Both Fort Kent Mattinock games were one-possession games. Each time the home team won, Mattinock won last Saturday by 2. And then they played right after New Year's. I think that was 70-69. So then you go to the 4 seed with Foxcroft. Okay, 14-4. You probably say Foxcroft got things together a little sooner, probably 2 weeks earlier than they normally would, but also their football season ended 2 weeks earlier than they normally would.
Sure.
So
that's always a fun wrinkle to figure out.
But I really like. If you haven't seen the story, I think on Lennon. Oh God, what's his last name?
Is it the kid with the arm?
Yeah. If you haven't seen that
that
story that Eastern Maine Sports and Foxcroft put together, Toby Nelson did that piece. Great story. He can only go one direction, but he's really good doing it. But they're 14-4 with losses to Herman twice, at Caribou, and then the weird game, they lost to Bapst. Bapst won 52-48, and I believe Bapst hit 17 threes. So do the math. I believe they won a game without a 2-point field goal.
And then reported it 3 weeks later?
Probably. But
didn't tell anybody for a while?
Yeah, if it happens, it's one of those things. If it happened in the Cross Center and no one saw it, did it happen? I don't know. But
jeez.
So they're 14-4. They did, but they split with Caribou. Okay, and 2 losses. Yeah, and the Baps loss is a little wonky. But they also beat a WA team that they play in the semifinal twice. So there's a safe bet there, and that would set up a semifinal match with the Caribou team that they beat at home. I don't know. There's an option there. WA sitting there at 11-7. It's pretty much the top 4 and then a little bit of a drop off. I do like Sumner, but I got to talk about the team sitting in 7. Okay, and that's a healthy Orono team. Didn't have Matt Allen beginning of the season. Didn't have Brady Hughes the middle part of the season. Okay, since they've all been back. Okay, Brady Hughes is back. The second time against Caribou, they lost by 10 in overtime. Okay, at home. Then they beat Central, Holton, Central again. They lost by 16 up at Foxcroft. Okay, but I'm not sure how much to take from that. Then they beat Old Town to wrap up the regular season. They did lose to Mattinock twice. The first time they lost by 2 without Matt Allen. The second time they lost by, I believe, 11, in which I want to say they went on like a 19-0 run to take a 2-point lead, and then Mattinock scored the last 12 points of the game. And that's the quarter.
Maybe I'm just seed?
I think I'm gonna take Orono.
I love it.
I like their chances against MA. Again, sometimes you pick coaches. Okay, they're finally healthy. That's the most dangerous 7 seed across the state. I'm gonna pick Orono. Because it's. I just think it's still a program that's won a ton of games on that floor the past 4 years. So, and there's a lot of great coaches, in this region as well. But I can't. It's really hard to pick against Ed Catala.
Yeah.
So, and they're feisty. They have two really good freshmen who kind of filled the void in Hughes's absence. The Mitchell kid and I don't remember the other kid's name, but they played really well, and they're going to be really, really good down the stretch. Or not down the stretch in the next 3 years. So, I want to see, if it wasn't as close up at Lincoln, maybe I don't, pick them the first time around. But, Matt Allen's healthy, that he can, bang around with the big kid, hang with them, with Oliver and True Weatherby and, True Weatherby. Yeah. And kids like that from Mananock. So
mentioned is Fort Kent.
Yeah. So,
I haven't seen them. Aiden Jeffers,
I haven't either.
They have the hardest schedule in the region.
Yeah. So so they played Baps twice. They played a very good Presque Isle team twice. They split with Machias. Let's look at the losses. Caribou twice. No, I'm sorry. Give me a sec. That's Mananock. They lost to Machias. They lost to Caribou.
I feel like they're
twice.
in all these games.
They lost 3 of their last 4.
That's always worrisome.
Yeah. They kind of got smoked at Presque Isle.
Oh, yeah, they were not in
Aiden Jeffers did get in foul trouble very early in the game. I want to say pick up 2 fouls the first minute and a half.
Okay.
Then they lose by 2 at Mananock, and then, of course, lost to Madawaska in a rivalry game. So, oh, boy.
Yeah.
Man, I like FA, too. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm sort of between Fort Kent and Foxcroft. I think I'm going to go Fort Kent.
Okay.
Here's what I'm thinking. Points. Just points. I like that Jeffers is great. He could carry them. He could have a moment.
Naranja, very good.
Yeah.
I think I'm saying that right.
So if Foxcroft could get me 4 points if they win the quarterfinal and then lose to Caribou, which I would lean towards Caribou winning that game. Yep. And Fort Kent, if they could win twice, and we know they can beat Matt Knockhook, but we also know that will probably come down to the final minute. If they can win twice, it gets me 6 points.
Yeah.
And it gets me 3 points if they only win once.
Right.
So I'm gonna go with Fort Kent.
I need a low seed. I'm gonna go Orono.
Orono?
I'm gonna go Orono. So
awesome. Have I taken a low seed? I haven't been writing down the seeds as I go, so
yeah, we can backtrack that.
I think I've taken a 4. I've taken a couple 4s.
Yep.
B South.
I've also been saying this about Orono for like 3 weeks.
Oh, well then you gotta go with it.
Yeah.
B South, the favorite, so it's not co-favorites. York is 43%. Madomic Valley, 33.8%. Lake Region, 5.6%. Yarmouth, 8.4%. Levitt, 5.6%. Poland, 2.7%. Oceanside, Cape Elizabeth, Garena Gloucester, and Lincoln Academy all under 1% and in the play-in. This is an interesting region. It's always an interesting. B South is always an interesting region because they've got these schedules. So let me see what the strength of schedules say here. So we already in yesterday's podcast we talked about how York is 14th in strength of schedule. So then just running down through here, York is 14th, Madomic is 4th, Yarmouth is 6th, Levitt is 1st, Lake Region is 12th, Poland is 3rd, Oceanside 5th. Yeah, so like the KVAC schools, this middle KVAC schools, Levitt, Madomic, Oceanside, etc. They've played pretty tough schedules, and the York Lake Region contingent, I think Cape's in there too, have played really, really soft schedules. Like you just look at it, and there's a bunch of like 1 to 2 win teams on the schedule, and it's very strange. And of course we should mention that I cannot take Madomic here.
Yeah, so I'm going to make this simple. I like Madomic's chances to win the region. Period. So I'm going to go with Madomic.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not picking them because I have promised to not pick them because I picked them last year and it didn't work out.
So
they did scrimmage York.
I was going to say
Christmas.
that. Yeah.
Madomic won that by 10-ish, 10 to 12, something like that.
Yep.
I'll just talk a little bit about Monogamy. Mason Wen's really good. I think everybody knows that by now. The guy who gets slept on is Colin Donlin, who is in the tradition of Donlins. I've lost track of how many older brothers, and they all come in and they blossom their junior year and turn into monsters their senior year. This is his junior year. He's a double-double machine. He played point guard growing up and then got big. And so he's got the point guard skills with the big body, so he'll just pull down a rebound and just go coast to coast and score it. And he's broad shoulders, just people bounce off him. He's gonna I think he's gonna have a big tournament, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Who's this kid?" So yeah, and then they've got if Micah Fagond, the transfer from Camden, gets hot from three, they could be very tough to beat, and they've got as much experience in the tournament as anybody.
I like teams that won 8 in a row. Again, especially the Levitt win and the win at Gardner on Thursday.
Two really close games.
Yeah, and I just think we've talked about the lack of strength of schedule out of the WMC. I do like Levitt. Levitt has not won a quarterfinal since 1969.
I really like Levitt.
Yep. So, there you go.
I've seen Levitt twice. The first one I saw them at Lincoln Academy, and they were not happy with the officiating.
Levitt, I believe,
and Lincoln Academy was also not happy with the officiating. But tell me if you've ever seen this. The entire Levitt starting lineup had 4 fouls. And then they're down like 5 or whatever, and they have to foul to stop the clock. And they've all got 4 fouls, and their best player fouled out with 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
And the guy that came in for him had 4 fouls.
So the last time Levitt was in a semi, they actually played Yarmouth. So that's a little circular thing. That was back in '69.
Wow.
Class M, which would have been C.
Wow.
Renamed to C. Lost to Freeport in the Western Maine final that year. They do have the longest streak, the longest quarterfinal win drought in the state.
Really?
Yep, going back to 1969.
Oh, for boys, right? Because doesn't
for boys,
Belfast has never, right? The Belfast girls.
Belfast girls have never won a set or quarter. Belfast, Telstar, and Madawaska girls have never won a.
Okay.
So, but yeah, Levitt has the longest. It's Levitt 69, Lisbon 74, Searsport 76, Ashland 89, and Waterville 94. That's astounding, Waterville, but
yeah, they've also
and
played
Sanford boys have not won. We'll get to them. Have not won a quarter.
Wow.
Since 1996. Sotheby's 97. So we have some options, some droughts that we could break this year.
I love when we break a drought. So Levitt's also played like 7 overtime games this year, including a triple overtime game.
I want to how many total overtimes have they played? That's the real question.
They've played enough for an extra game. They've played basically 19 games. That's what happened.
I think we should.
I'm going to take Levitt. I think Levitt could win the whole thing. I'm not going to super pick them to win the whole thing because I won't because I will get so many people mad at me. They also had a fun thing. So I missed it at the Madama game, but I heard about it as soon as I got there because I got there at like near the end of the JV game. Levitt got 3 technical fouls in like 30 seconds in the JV game.
Are we I know someone who gave a team 4 technical fouls in a JV game.
So they got the one.
I know him pretty well too. So
so the player got called for a foul. He's like, "What did I do?" And the ref teed him up. And so then the coach, the JV coach, I'm pretty sure Sawyer Hathaway is the JV coach, started yelling at the ref because why did you tee up my kid for just asking what he did? So then the ref teed him up. So then another Hathaway just started cursing at him. And the ref's like, do you want to tech too? This is what I've heard, second or third hand. He's like, you want one too? And he's like, absolutely.
Yeah, someone I know pretty well and might have the same name as me Had a somewhat similar situation in a JV game down at Oceanside. So,
Oh, at Oceanside. Well, say no more.
wasn't Oceanside.
It wasn't Oceanside.
No,
Well, let me
I'll
see.
leave it at that. I'll leave it at that.
Let me guess who it could
I'm
be.
gonna leave it at that and move on.
Was it Madomic?
Nope. No, I'm gonna. No. Nope. No, we're moving on.
I'm gonna.
I said too much.
I could power rank the teams the fan bases it could be, or the teams it could be. Did a fan get ejected?
Nope.
Okay. I feel like it might be Mount View. That's where I'm leaning, is Mount View on this.
You can ask him next time you see him.
Okay.
He
All
was
right, so
Yeah. That's a lot of people have been asking him what happened. So
did that happen this year?
yeah, it happened like
Oh,
3
all
weeks ago.
Great. Well, who did they play 3 weeks ago?
God,
Mount View.
yeah.
They played Mount View 3 weeks ago.
It wasn't. No.
All right. Oh, maybe it was Belfast. That could get heated. All right. So I'm taking Levitt. Who do you got here?
Okay, Madomic. I'll take Madomic to win the region.
Okay.
All right, second region or third region of death.
Yeah. I mean, geez. Where's B North? There it is. Coney is your favorite at 37.8%. They will be driving right past the Civic Center on their way to Bangor. Herman is second at 31.45%. Gardner is third at 19.43%. MDI at 9%. Ellsworth at 1%. And then Erskine, Belfast, Presque Isle, and Nokomis all under 1%. I've seen Coney. I've seen Herman. I've seen Gardner.
All right, so top 6 teams have at least 14 wins.
Yeah.
So let's break it down.
Because the bottom here is really bad.
Yeah. I mean, Belfast.
Well, no,
I haven't seen Belfast.
Lawrence is okay.
Presque Isle's okay.
Yeah.
Presque Isle, I mean, I don't think Nokomis is going up to Presque Isle and winning the prelim. Period.
No, I don't think so.
No.
Unless there's another flag there that nobody knows about. Comes out of the woodwork.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna start at 6 and go up. Okay, Erskine,
Okay.
4 losses, Madomic, Gardner, Madomic, Coney. Not bad.
Those are
But what's
pretty
their
good
strength of
losses.
schedule? Probably not as great.
I mean, it can't be terrible with just those 4 games on it.
Yeah, but those are their 4 losses, and they only have 86 heel points
10th.
out of the 14 wins.
Yeah.
There it is.
10th.
Ellsworth is the 5 seed. Okay, 14-4. Losses to Caribou, Herman, MDI, and Herman a second time. Okay.
Their strength
So
of
the
schedule
team's-
is third.
Yeah, MDI 15-3, lost to Herman twice, and then lost the last game at the buzzer to Ellsworth. In a game that didn't mean anything, but it was game of the day. Okay.
Right.
And MDI was locked into 4, Ellsworth was locked into 5. I mean,
But you got to bring it for the game of the day.
well, I mean, but like, what do you say? You know you're going to play them next time. Mm-hmm. But what secrets does Ellsworth and MDI have between each
None.
other? I mean, yeah.
None.
So, fun, packed gym. It delivered.
It's like if
Ellsworth
you talk
was
to-
down.
If you talk to, like, Madomic, you're like, you guys need tape on Oceanside? They're like, no.
Yep. James
know.
Witham hit a 30-footer at the buzzer to go up 14 at the half. They stretched it to 17 with about 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Ellsworth went on a 7-0 run to end the quarter, and then they kind of just chipped away, to win by 2. So that, I'm guessing, will be the game of the day next Saturday
Probably.
at 4. So those are those 3 losses. Gardner's 3 losses. Brunswick, Coney, Madomic. Okay? Herman, the 2 losses. Herman.
lost to
The
Gardner.
weird Belfast loss.
Yeah.
So, which, honestly, is the reason why Belfast is the 7 over Presque Isle. And then Coney's the losses to, Gardner and Herman. I have no idea.
I don't, yeah.
I have no idea. I could just ignore the situation and just pick 8th seeded Presque Isle and call it good, but
You could.
I'm not gonna do that. I've been big on them all year.
That would be ballsy.
It would be. Presque Isle's 9-9, just so you know. Beat Brewer, losses to Brewer, Fort Kent, Ellsworth, MDI, Herman. Ellsworth, MDI, Herman, Caribou. So I mean, yeah, that's strong strength of schedule there. Period.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be someone in the top. I'm gonna say 5. Man, I like Witham. I love James Witham. That's a young MDI team with one senior as well. So maybe they're a year away. I don't know.
Coney did give up 97 points in a game.
They did. So MDI scores 71 points a game. Okay?
Mm-hmm. That's
7th
really
in the
high
state.
scoring.
So MDI Coney in a semi.
Be a track meet.
Yeah.
So I've seen Coney three times.
But all these teams can score. Even a Herman team can score more than what they would normally be.
Yeah. So I've seen Coney 3 times. Carter Braithwaite is awesome. And Parker Moran's great. And Jackson K is good. And the thing with them that worries me in a tournament situation is in all 3 games I've seen, their defense has disappeared for long stretches. Against Gardner, it disappeared for the entire game. Against Camden, it disappeared in the second half. And against Madomic, it disappeared for a stretch. And they won 2 of those games, but Camden was on a back-to-back after a really physical game against Brunswick, and they just looked tired in the first half, and like every shot was short. And then they came back and made it a game. And then Madomic was down, and then they came back and made it a game, and then Coney closed the door. I would just worry about that. I worry about that type of team in a tournament situation in a one and done.
Yeah.
So I think this is gettable.
Yeah. So and with that information, I'm like, well, what are they going to have to hold MDI to beat them?
Right. But their defense, though, when their defense is actually locked in, it's terrifying.
Yeah. Herman Gardner beat Herman.
Mm-hmm.
Handily.
I was there for that.
54-36.
To be fair, though, they did have that little girl screaming at people the entire game, and I don't know if she's going to be able to do that in Bangor. Like, the setup with that, she's not going to be able to be under the basket as the 6th man.
She can be the one-person Gardner band.
That would be awesome. And she's epic, so I hope she makes the trip.
Yeah. MDI. So if they win one game, that's 4 points. If they beat Ellsworth, man, that's a toss-up. Is it a toss-up? 67% chance MDI wins that game. I'm gonna go MDI again.
Okay.
I guess. So, because if they're gonna get up and down, and the defense, they're 85th in the state in defense. They let up 55.7 points a game.
Is that
I think
pace, though?
I think it's pace because look at Coney. Okay, well Coney lets up 65 points a game, and that's 7th worst in the state. Yeah, I'm gonna take MDI. I still think they're probably a year away.
Mm-hmm.
But what's Brathwaite averaging?
It's a lot.
Yeah, I mean Witham's averaging 27 points. I didn't get this. I didn't see the final Big East stats.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll take the Trojans. I don't know where you're gonna go.
I'm looking something up right now.
I'm already yawning. This is not a good sign for later today.
It's not a good sign. I am going to take Gardner.
Okay.
Who they have a bit of a drought here, right? Their last quarterfinal win was in 2012. That's a long time ago for a quarterfinal win.
Yeah.
And their last semifinal win was 2012. Have they not won a gold ball?
Gardner? I don't believe
Yeah.
so.
Huh. Yeah, I'm going to go with Gardner. They have the second hardest schedule. All of their losses are good losses. I like a team that so they got down 21-5 against Madomic and came back.
Yep.
And I like
Yeah.
a team that can do that and doesn't just pack it in because it's really easy to pack it in there,
Right.
That's always a green flag for me. So yeah, I'm gonna go Gardner.
Okay. All right.
I might pick them to win the whole thing. I think they can beat every team in that region. That might be
So
my.
is that going to
my
be your super dog?
I think
Okay.
it might be, unless I talk myself into something in A.
All right. We'll see.
It'd have to be A South.
Right.
A South. Wyndham is your favorite. They are going for the three-peat. First time since Morse, right?
Amongst the large school, yes, I believe so. No, Greeley, right? Greeley boys. But
they
hold on,
three-peat?
but that was A. We had a double A. Do we count that?
I think we count anything above B and up.
Okay. Double A was half a class anyway, so I mean.
Yeah. All right, so Wyndham going for the three-peat, 47.8%. They got two Mr. Basketball semifinalists. They're super fun to watch. Sanford, I saw them at, who did I see them play? Chevrolet, and they got down big, and you're just like, they're coming back. They were down like 15 or something, and they came back in like 2 minutes. I was like, all right. Sanford, 30%. New coach, John Morgan, coming over from Noble and resetting the culture. I saw them play a half of a game. South Portland at 15.4. Thornton Academy, 3.6. Chevrolet at 0.59. That feels low. I think that's just because of the path. Portland at 1.1. Westbrook, Scarborough, Kennebunk, Bonnie Eagle, and Falmouth, all under 1%. I think 6 teams can win this thing.
That seems fair. Falmouth had an 11. That's a play-in. So they only have a 12% chance to beat Portland. I believe they have the longest. They have the third longest
Current streak
consecutive current streak.
for boys, because Greeley's is snapped. So
The Greeley boys is snap, but they were longer than Greeley by a year.
were they?
Yeah, I had Greeley in 2012. I can double check that.
Oh, right,
yeah.
because Greeley's got that 33-year making at least the prelims.
Yeah, but the open
I've got it
tournament
up.
kind of screws with that. Hold on. Yeah, I had Greeley losing a prelim in 12. So
All right.
anyway,
I've seen most of these teams.
yep.
This is a tough one. What were Wyndham's losses?
Let me look at this. 16-2, lost to Sanford and Bonnie Eagle. What,
The Bonnie
what
Eagle one
happened
was
to-
weird.
Sanford, the one loss to South Portland. South Portland, 3 losses. Portland, Wyndham, twice. TA, Wyndham, Sopo, Sanford. Portland, Chevrolet, Wyndham. Has them beating not applicable. 58-29.
Wait, what?
I don't know. NA. Just look at, if you highlight over Thornton, look at January 10th. Something looks weird.
Oh, that's strange.
Yeah. Anyway.
Huh. That's fun. Wonder how that happened.
Sopo 15-3. Portland, Wyndham, twice. So Sanford lost to South Portland the one time they met. Oh.
So my worry with Sanford is, what the hell happened there? That's Kennebunk, that NA.
Okay. Found a time discrepancy. Okay.
My worry about Sanford is it's their first time there.
Yeah, in a while. Yeah.
In a long time.
Well, first time Well, first time there in what? I don't know.
And I don't like to pick teams that might just be happy to be there. So there's that. And I think Wyndham's going to win this. If I'm also trying to figure out what's going on with this error.
I'm gonna take South Portland. Just
That's a solid pick, yeah.
they beat Sanford, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So if their path to the regional final is through Sanford, I like that. And that's 6 points at least. And then yeah, I'll go Sopo.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay. All right. Here's what I'm thinking. Portland's good. Wow, did Chevrolet really start 1-5? So Chevrolet was missing some people for a little bit, and they seem to be at full strength. We know they can play with Wyndham. We know they can play with Portland, right? They beat Portland? Yeah, they beat Portland. Thornton Academy. They beat Thornton Academy. I think I'm going to take Chevrolet.
Okay.
They've got the best freshman in the state, I think. Either Watkins or Braithwaite is the best one in the state, depending on who you want to talk to. They finished pretty strong, and even those losses, what did Bonnie Eagle get into for a week or something? Bonnie Eagle's got these crazy wins. They beat Chevrolet, they beat Wyndham. They would just I guess maybe they just get hot for whatever. Maybe Max Bouchard's a bad matchup for some people. I don't know, but I'm gonna take Chevrolet. Okay. And who are you taking? South Portland?
I'm going to take South Portland.
South Portland's good. They've also got a great freshman.
Yep. I'll go with them.
All right. A North. This might be the biggest favorite of all the regions. Let's see.
Over the MA girls.
Yeah, Camden,
Yeah.
63.75% to win the region. They've got, of course, Nolan Ames, who's going to win Mr. Basketball. Edward Little, 18%. Brunswick, 10.9%. Bangor, 3.4%. Lewiston, 1.1%. Mount Blue, 0.8%. Hamden, 1.5%. And then Skowhegan at 0.34. So, Nolan Ames is really good. I don't know if you've noticed that. If that's come across your desk.
Yeah.
Did you see the buzzer beaters he had in his final home game?
I know. Yeah.
They're both insane and the same game. All right, so Edward Little almost beat Camden on opening night, and it took a buzzer beater to do it by not Ames. I think Hollis Schwalm hit the actual shot off the pass from Ames. So that's the obvious pick here is Edward Little. Brunswick's feisty though.
Right.
They've got Logan Gray. He's pretty good. How close was that game at Camden? They lost by 3 at Camden. And then they lost by 4 at Edward Little. They lost again to Edward Little. And they lost, was that Bangor? They lost at Bangor. Edward Little lost to Camden on opening night. They lost at York. They lost to York twice. They lost to Lewiston 48-46 on the road. Do you buy Bangor as being viable?
If they can shoot the basketball.
Okay.
Grunkmeyer and company. It's a nice story. High school basketball in the state is better when Bangor's good. Period.
Sure.
And they're finally in a region where they're they fit more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like them to beat Lewiston, definitely. Actually, you could probably say the top four are pretty heavily favored in each of their quarterfinal matchups.
I would think so, yeah.
The sentimental pick for me, obviously, is Hamden. I would love Bartlett to win one more game.
Mm-hmm.
I found it amusing. We did the game on Tuesday night on the ticket, and I did sideline interviews. And I asked Mark Savage, and I'm like, first half, I asked Mark Savage, and I'm like, well, okay, leave it to you to bring another Brewer team into the last week of the season, right on the edge. You haven't done this before, Mark, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, they just had, you know, some tough matchups down the stretch. So they pulled together, you know, especially with an interim coach. So, and then, of course, I asked Russ, you know, it's like, are you going to do anything different than the past 23 years? So, and then, you know, he mentioned, you know, you're going to post up a little bit, and then they, second half, because they're small, they run 6 feet and under the whole lineup.
Oh, jeez.
Brewer calls timeout, and it was just beginning of the third quarter. Brewer called timeout, and then out of the timeout, Hamden comes out at a 2-3. And I think everyone was kind of like, what is this? It's like, but, you know, it forced Higgins, instead of having shots at 6 feet, force him out to 10, 12 feet, you know, lower percentage shot. And, you know, they got 3 straight stops coming out of it. And, you know, it was a 2-point game at the half. They won by 15 or 17, something like that. So, I mean, they'll mix it up. Hamden's scrappy. They, you know, they don't have a ton of size. I wonder if they, you know, maybe broke out that 2-3 against Edward Little when they played them once, where they lost by 19. No, 21. But we'll see. But you know, it's Russ's last year. I mean, that's a sentimental pick.
Yeah.
Even though EL's very good.
EL's very good.
Lost to York twice though.
They did, and
Yeah.
by a lot. But they do have that JV coach with the championship experience.
I'm picking Hamden. That's true. Yeah, I mean, hey, state championship JV coach. I just hope EL doesn't win this year and they have to close that school. I mean, no, that was mean.
Adam's gonna show up with his ring. He's gonna start flashing it. Be like, guys, this is what it takes.
Yeah.
This is follow me.
Oh man,
follow me to the promised land.
have you seen Brunswick?
I have seen Brunswick. I saw Brunswick Camden.
Okay. Oh, that was a rock fight, right?
That was a rock fight. Yeah, that was a fun game. Logan Gray did not get a dunk technical in that game, which was nice. I mean, nice for him, not nice for me, because I was right there.
Brunswick and EL played twice, and EL won both. Bangor and Lewiston played. Bangor, they played twice. They split. Mount Blue's sitting there, but they have Brunswick. They lost to Brunswick. Okay. Ooh. See, I mean, so now I'm in between a Bangor, who you'd be counting on to win one game, or do you go with a Brunswick to... Ooh.
It's tough.
Maybe there's a flaw in the scoring. You know?
There might be a flaw in the scoring.
Because if you're going to pick... Yeah, but the 5 seeds... I don't know. Okay, we'll stick with it. I don't... Oh, man.
This is tough because I don't think any...
I like EL to beat Brunswick in the semi if they face. Okay? I like Bangor's chances to advance to the semi over Lewiston. But Bangor, Camden Hills, yeah, they kind of got spanked.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Either Edward Little or Brunswick.
Yep.
I mean, I think Camden's going to win this. pretty handily.
Yeah.
I don't think there's gonna be much drama here at all. But
Okay.
I haven't seen Edward Little. No, I saw Edward Little in the preseason. I haven't seen Bangor. I've seen Brunswick. I've seen Camden a couple times. I think Brunswick could beat Edward Little in a semi.
Okay. Third time.
Yeah.
Tough to team.
Both of those games were pretty close.
Let's look. At Brunswick, EL won by 57-48, and then at EL 65-61.
So,
yeah.
I think I'm going to go Brunswick because, yeah, I think they could beat Edward Little. They're a little inexperienced. That's my worry with them. Is that this is their first trip in a while, right?
Who?
Did they
Brunswick.
Did they make the tournament last year?
Hold on. Let's sort this. Last missed tournament by class. Let's see. Brunswick missed the tournament. They were at the tournament last year.
Okay.
They haven't won a quarter since 2016. Todd Hansen was still there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm really I think it's a toss-up between Edward Little and Brunswick. But Edward Little could lose to Hamden. And I don't think Brunswick could lose to Mount Blue. Okay, I'm going to
I'll let you go.
We're verging on dead air here.
Screw it. Give me Bartlett and the Broncos.
Really?
Yeah, let's just do it. One more time.
There you go.
One more time.
There you go.
Hey,
They can make a run.
Hey, beginning of his career, I mean, he upset number one. Bangor, his second year at the Auditorium, his I want to say his fourth year, they came in as the 8th seed and they upset Troy Barney's in his senior year, and Edward Little. I want to say it was the only time actually Barney's made the tournament. But,
Wow.
Yeah, so, yeah. Wow.
I like it. Yeah.
Yeah, give me the Broncos. Why not? Why not?
A North has a long history of upsets in the tournament.
Yeah, and I've seen Hamden in that 2 seed as the 2 seed lose a couple times. Once to Coney, once to Skowhegan. It's weird seeing them wear purple in that building, but
yeah, I mean, Madomic went to a regional final as the 7 in A North.
Was it that same year?
Might have been.
Yeah. Yeah. Give me Hamden.
I mean, this isn't as strong as your old A North, I don't think, but
no,
it's still
it's a little different. I was going through the tourney history. You know who neither team made it is Oxford Hills.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
And 3 years ago, they were both competing for titles.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So it'll be interesting to look to see how many schools actually are sent neither team.
Yeah.
That's another project.
Or you could do the combined streak.
Ooh.
You could do 2 versions of that. You could do the how many years in a row have both teams made it, or how many years in a row,
that have had a team make it.
Or either team.
Yeah.
You could do both versions of that, both teams and either team.
Yep.
Valley has been to the tournament for 89 consecutive years.
Yeah.
At least one of their teams. Something like that. That's probably the correct number, actually.
Yeah, 89. Yeah.
However old that school is.
It's not 41. Yeah, it's 89.
All right. I feel good about that. So your super pick is who?
My super dog is going to be the Maranacook boys. I will pick them to win C-South outright.
Okay.
And I think you went with...
I think I went with Gardner.
Gardner, okay.
Do you want to do a girls one?
Oh, we should do that. Oh, yeah, well, let's do that. Who did I pick for girls?
You picked... let's see, Katahdin, Vinyl Haven.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. I'm going to go Penobscot Valley.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah. I'm going to go... This is sort of going off the top of my head here. I'm going to go Biddeford.
Yeah, that's good.
So I'm just going to circle those, and then I'll forget why I circled them.
Okay, that works.
Cool. All right. It's going to be a fun tournament.
Yeah, so you're doing all sorts of normal stuff down in Portland?
Yeah, doing Portland because we're going to have the stats at all 3 sites. So I'm doing most of the stats out of Portland, and I'll probably be up in Augusta a little bit, and I'm trying to figure out how to get to Bangor for maybe one of the S quarterfinal days, and then I'll be up there for state, the B state game.
Yeah, just let me know. It's Portland's light this year, so
It's really light. I'm going to get so much sleep or drive to Augusta in the morning, one of the two.
well, I mean, if it sets up a situation where a 1-8 game is not as good, because that would be the last game of the day in the quarterfinal sessions, I would find my way to Augusta, especially like C South.
Yeah.
You know. Well, let's look at.
The problem is I'll be doing the stats for the 1-8 no matter what. So.
Oh, that's true.
But if
When's
it gets
that
over
last?
early enough, I could maybe get up.
No, because I'd say that last game's at 6:45.
And what's the last game in Augusta?
8:30, but probably 9.
So. Geez, I could get to. Ugh.
Yeah, but you'd
That's
be
a lot.
going up to another 1-8. You know.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I don't know. Maybe go in the morning.
Maybe, or maybe just get a normal amount of sleep like a human being.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out.
I got to
One, if
figure
I'm
out the podcast what the podcast schedule is going to look like for tourney week 2, if any.
Just do mini pods.
Maybe. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
a mini pod. I don't know.
Just record it on your phone. And
Tricky to coordinate.
whoever's
guests.
still in the building at 8:30. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna get to Bangor. Honestly, I don't think I'm gonna get to Bangor on Tuesday. I might go to something on Wednesday night. What's local? Or no? Yeah, maybe not.
I
But
don't know.
we'll figure it out. And then
All right. Let's wrap up the
Everything up.
podcast, and then we'll just probably talk for another 10 minutes after that.
Yep.
All right. This has been great. Thanks for doing this, and I'll see you at the tournament.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We'll talk.
At least the B State game.
Yes. Yeah, that's that Friday now. It was
Yeah.
Saturday, now Friday, and yeah. Unfortunately, that's only less than 3 weeks away. We'll be done. Wow, I know.
Crazy.
Nothing in March this year.
That's weird. Because I was
Yeah.
thinking that was going to be March. I was trying to schedule something else, and I was like, well, March will still be. And I'm like, oh no.
No, March is Florida for me, but
There you go.
yeah.
I'll just be in a coma for most of March.
No, well, I mean, so let's just hope we get no weather
Oh my
with these
gosh,
packed
yeah.
schedules, because we know the backup. Sunday's the backup, and let's see how that goes over.
Oh boy. All right.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll see you.
Edit point.
Okay, that's it for the show, and that's it for the S South quarterfinals. Quite possibly the worst set of quarterfinals, boys and girls, that I can remember. It's certainly that I've ever seen. We had 2 single-digit games that were sort of kind of close, and the rest of them were just out-and-out blowouts. So, some good individual performances, but some really bad basketball and a lot of like, oh boy. But we did get a basket interference technical, which was nice. So I did appreciate that. That'll do it for the show. Thanks to Jay for, again, the Cinderella podcast. And yeah, I got some refs coming through here. So they're going to try to photobomb me. Yeah, here they come. No problem, guys. Now you're on the podcast. Have fun. That'll do it. So I'm going to be in Portland at the Expo for all of it. And then Jeff Miles is going to be here in Augusta, and he's going to be covering Augusta for me and doing video and hopefully getting some stuff, some buzzer beaters, some stuff like that. We got him in Press Pass, so that's great. And then Eastern Maine Sports has got Bangor covered like crazy. We'll have live stats from all 3 sites, which is awesome thanks to the MPA. And the tournament is going to be way better than the S South quarterfinals. I promise. It's got to be. All right, that's going to do it. This has been a production of Maine Basketball Rankings, your source, most comprehensive source of high school basketball coverage from Ashland to York and everywhere in between. This podcast is available wherever you listen to podcasts and a bunch of places you don't. If you enjoy this, please tell your friends. That's it. Thanks for watching.